welcome. What is going on, everybody? Welcome back to... should we just say we're starting again? This is probably our 5th episode, but it's probably the first one that we're doing properly, isn't it?
Yeah, we're back.
Welcome back to another episode of Taste Talks. We are in a new studio. Looks pretty bougie, as you can see, called The Nest down in Burleigh. For all your podcast needs, have a look. We'll put a little handle down the bottom. But yeah, welcome back, everyone, to Taste Talks. We are super excited to delve into today pretty much the last 6 months of what we've kind of been doing. We've had some crazy events. We've had some crazy parties. Moved into an office space, started up this. A bit of everything, haven't we, Johnny?
That's exactly right. Starting off with obviously moving in here, the Nest, comfy chairs. I'm already feeling at home. How you feeling over there, Jakey?
Very spacious, mate. I love the place.
Yeah,
The aesthetic's good.
You got your pants back on, mate? You had just a shirt on with no knickers on before, just sitting there with everything hanging out. So.
I didn't think that was appropriate.
Yeah.
Put them back on.
Plus the aircon was on, so I was a little bit cold, as you can see. Beautiful. So the boys are back together. What is the date now? The date is... because we never know when this is actually going to go live.
21st of February.
21st of February. So our next date for Taste Club is at Yacht Deck for Mark Blair.
March 10th.
First Sunday session.
Yeah.
First Sunday session. Now, how about we start, probably a good little intro. Let's start with that event, who Mark Blair is, and then we'll kind of get into everything else. What do you reckon?
Yep.
I think that's Johnny's forte, he's the music man. So
Sounds
it,
good. So obviously our next event coming up on March 10th, new venue, new space, fresh canvas at Yacht Deck. So we're currently going through the floor plans at the moment, how we're going to design it, what Jakey's going to do with the sound and lighting. But first and foremost, getting an artist like Mark Blair is a pretty good accomplishment with us. And we're collabing with the legend Nath at Closure, who we also had a bit to do with at the Dub Plate December show, so we'll hook up with him again and hopefully put on a show for the ages. So yeah, one of the biggest techno artists going around, headlining Pitch, main stage Friday night, and then flying up to the GC.
That's huge. Who would have thought, we say this a lot, but a year ago throwing house parties at Macleary, just over a year to now
still
doing one of still do that.
Even bigger ones.
Yeah. Now I'm just working at Subway and doing but now, having Mark Blair, one of the techno kings of Europe and probably the world at the moment. So we're taking a little bit of a different approach with this, as Johnny said, with a new venue, but, bringing it back to the old Sunday sessions. I think the Gold Coast was built on that back in the day. We had such good Sunday cool parties and that, and I think we've gone a little bit past that now, so it's good to get back into a good little day Sunday session.
Yeah, the beginnings of my party era was built at that venue. Shout out Elsewhere, shout out Nordic Giants.
Yep.
They only just started there again 4 weeks ago.
Yep.
And did well. So that was the beginnings of my partying era, was at that venue. So it'll be a bit nostalgic, full circle moment.
Yeah.
Well, the old Fishers has pretty prestigious name. It's hosted some massive acts. It's 100%. Been there since day dot on the the Gold Coast as one of the spots.
100%.
And it's kind of lost its flavour for a while, went a bit weird. They didn't put stuff on there for a while. Now it seems to be full back in force.
Well, yeah, they're obviously rebranding with the name now, Yacht Deck. I think my first memory of Fishers, now Yacht Deck, was they used to have some pretty loose humans that would go there every Sunday or whatever. And I remember people would get real blind and then go up on that, what's it called, that bridge, that big high bridge, and jump off it and shit.
Dude.
Do you remember that?
Well, I used to play for Southport Sharks, and in the pre-season, end of pre-season, we'd always go to the Australia
Would have
Day.
made it if he didn't do his
Australia
ACL.
Day, Nordic Giants, which is their biggest one. They just came back on Australia Day as well with Odd Mob and Jax Jones.
Yep.
And we went there 2015, and I remember I was just a young tacker, and one of the old boys, Glenn Screech, shout out to him, just got up there in his undies in front of about 800 people and just was blind of his head and just full dove straight into the thing. Full water police after him. He's swimming away, like Grand Theft Auto style, swimming away.
Landing on a dolphin.
With the shark up as well, the shark fin hanging. And he ended up all the way down at bloody yacht club, I think. Or the actual yacht.
Jeez, the current got him, or?
Yeah, no, he's just a freak swimmer.
Yeah, Jesus Christ.
But that was my first memory of crazy antics there.
Yeah. So, look, a little disclaimer, we definitely don't condone that for this event coming up March 10th.
Please don't.
Yeah.
But they were the memories for back in the day. So what to expect on that day, we'll delve into, the last 6 months, but what to expect on that day, March 10th, is full day party vibes. We've got some amazing graffiti artists coming in and doing a full setup. We've pretty much built the stage as well. Not the stage, sorry, the mega deck. from scratch as well, and it's just going to be a really cool art installment, Jakey?
Something different from us, I think, because like Burleigh Town, we're so blessed with the big screens and all the sort of work we do there, and the space is big too. But being a Sunday session during the day, we're kind of mixing it up a little bit. We're going to sort of integrate a bit more cool lighting and stuff like that. We were looking at doing screens and whatnot, but I think just really want to keep it sort of grungy techno vibes.
100%.
You know what I mean? Because Mark Blair, he's very hectic.
For
music,
sure.
So I
let
think
the music take it charge. And I think with Burleigh Town, it's like you go from that and it's like, how do you beat that with screens? So I think we work with what we've got. Yeah. It's like, I wish we could bring the screens into there, but it'd be a pretty big installment, eh?
I think, 100K to build something like that would be a bit too out of the budget.
100%. Look, first of all, let's have a quick chat about our sponsors, and then we'll delve into, say, the last 6 months. You can start off with Dubplate and a little bit about the history and that, and Auden and Mincy that have been there as well. But firstly, we want to say our official sponsors. Dan's in the back there. Easy Seltzer.
Legend.
My favourite is probably the lime flavour. Is it lime, mate? Lemon lime? Lemon lime flavour. It's probably my favourite. Look, these have been an absolute stable at Kick-Ons for the last, 6 months? In bottle shops all around Australia now, aren't they, mate? National, there you go, all around. So, well, that's Australia, isn't it, mate?
They're a national treasure. That's what they are.
So they're a national cellar. What's your favourite? You've got the watermelon.
Yeah.
We've actually got one that's I've never seen in a seltzer as well, is the coconut flavour as well. That's one of my favourites as well. So definitely have a look at Easy Seltzer. Without you, mate, we probably would be exactly where we are, but we still love you, all right, mate? Have a look at them and jump on board. But yeah, let's get into Dubplate and Mincy and kind of how that all come.
Well, let's. I think the last episode we had on our SoundCloud with whiskey. Say that 10 times fast. So that was way back in probably August. So we had first of all the Chumba boiler room, which went ballistic. I think we did 1,000 in there in Burleigh Town, which was a unprecedented number, I think. So
after that, they had to upgrade the aircon, so it was a bit hectic.
Yeah. Well, I just saw videos from Lockie, who runs a podcast here, and all his mates have shirts off and pouring water all over.
Yeah.
So it must have been
so hot.
Yeah.
Well, because we did people who have gone, you will know kind of how it was and how hot it was. But we did the boiler room. But obviously, I've been doing Chumba for quite a while, and it's probably our last show that we're playing for quite a while. So we really pushed to everyone to come to that, and it was a bit of a celebration of. Was it our first birthday as well?
No, that was Dubplate.
That was Dubplate. Sorry. Yeah. So yeah, we really wanted to push that. One of Chumba's last shows, and I think we did about 300 tickets or something on the day as well. Like, it was absolutely insane, to the point where we were turning people away. But before the aircon was upgraded, it was an absolute sweat pit, wasn't it, man? Yeah. And I mean, I love that in a rave, don't get me wrong, but we've definitely learnt from then on.
It was literally a boiler room.
Yeah.
It was.
So that was super cool.
I think we're going to keep that in our back pocket as well. That setup, I think, if we make a few little minor touches, it would still pop.
Logistically, it was
logistical nightmare.
It was hard. Floor space is weird in there. There's a lot of sort of hurdles you have to jump around when you're doing something that's so spread out.
Yeah,
and it looked good. It was cool, but in terms of a setup point, it was really hard.
Yeah, I think it was a really good learning curve for us, but also a really good point, I think, is that we did that and we started filming it, and we started to progressively start filming stuff. And it kind of gave us that idea to spend a bit more money. And, now we've got shout out to David Vidian, is it?
Yep.
Vidian, Dave at Vidian Productions. He does all our filming now for the headliner artist. So have a look on our YouTube and you can see that. And the quality is honestly boiler room level.
It's actually insane.
Quality. Like, we spend the money and go above and beyond for it. So it kind of gave us that vision to start filming everything, because I think it's such an important thing, especially being a small brand, to build that.
It just tied in so nicely that we got Dave on our first with Dr. Dubplate was our first video, and I think it's got 2,000 views or something. So
yeah, man,
it's pretty good for your first YouTube upload.
Yeah, YouTube's a long game, man.
Yeah,
it is. It's not just like, I'll put a video on and off we go. We're YouTube stars, but you're in it for the long game, and we keep putting out good content like that. The quality is up there, so if we keep putting out that good content, it's just going to eventually take off as much as Taste Club itself.
100%.
Yeah.
Then on to December, and then we brought it back to the old school setup with the stage festival type setup, and got one of my favourite and inspirations. Yeah,
Johnny's love child,
Dr. Dubplate. Shout out Giannis,
Giannis,
the man. So we hosted him, and he put on a set for the ages. Catch that on YouTube for sure. And had one of the most crazy kick-ons I reckon McCleary's ever seen, which is big to say.
Because it was funny. I'll quickly say the story. It was Johnny went to dinner with him at Wezekai. Yeah, shout out the legends there. And Johnny went for dinner with Dubplate there, and me and Nath, who we collab with Closure, come up to me as we were going in there, and he goes, as Johnny, loves Dr. Dubplate's music and his EC2A label and stuff, and he said, oh, Dubplate's keen for kick-ons. And we already had a hotel for him and shit like that. So we're like, fuck, we should have just got rid of the hotel, but he's keen for kick-ons. So we all G Johnny up, and he goes, don't lie to me, boys. Don't lie to me. He's not really coming back, is he? And then we ended up getting him back for kick-ons. And I think he had a Byron Bay show the next day. Yeah. He didn't want to leave.
Yeah, we won't say specifics, timestamps on when he was there till, but
it was a while. 1 hour. Yeah. I don't think he's going to get in trouble for saying how long he was at the house. Yeah, he's actually still there in one of the cupboards.
Yeah. So that was probably, especially on our first birthday event as well, and to throw such a sick party. Jake production leveled up again. Artists amazing, and then to have that kick on to round that all out, that was probably my highlight of Taste Club so
of your
far.
life, really, I reckon, wouldn't it be?
Little comment on that. That kick-ons has set the precedent of how artists want to come back. And I think that's like a thing now. It's like, oh, do we want to get booked? Blah, blah, blah. Yeah. Oh, well, the kick-ons, yeah. I've heard about that. Let's go.
I'll disclose names for now, but for our March 23 show, save the date, we have had the managers reach out to us saying, can the accommodation be at
they want the same experience.
At your place. That's written in bold. Same.
Well,
experience.
we do it to save money. we do it to save money at the start. It was
now
like
a highlight.
We're like, we don't want to pay for fucking accommodation and all this shit, man. What do you mean we're going to get them dinner and breakfast? You just get Subway or something, and then obviously but the house, obviously Johnny's house is a big house on the water there. So we're like, we'll come. But yeah, like you said, when artists actually come, they don't want to leave. Eh? It's like, oh, this is better than the actual event. So it's a whole experience at Taste Club. Any big artist or touring artist, if you want to come, prepare to have a good kick-ons. That's for sure.
I don't think we've had an interstate artist that hasn't ended up there.
Yeah, literally.
Yeah, I don't think we've actually paid. I think Mark Blair will be the first one that actually stays at an external accommodation.
He's coming for sure. Yeah. He's coming for sure.
Yeah, he's coming off 3 days straight, pitch, Tassie, and then
you're going to run out of room on your back for all the tattoos, all their signatures on your the tattoos on your back.
Yeah, no, that's my butt. I haven't told you that.
With their tongue. And then as Johnny said, so we've had the dub plate, and then after that one we've had the Mincy and Ardent one. Now,
bit of a double headliner there.
100%. Now, I have heard of Mincy before. Haven't really, seen a lot of her stuff, but obviously she did dub plate, went down to Sydney, did a back-to-back with her.
7 hours.
A 7-hour back-to-back down at, where was it?
Club 77.
Wow.
Yep. So they released 2 hours on SoundCloud. I sent it to Tim.
I'd be playing the same music on repeat. And the 3 Fred Again songs.
And Tim listened to the 2 hour mix and said, yep, fuck it. Got to book her. Sick tunes.
She's a killer DJ.
She's unreal. Yeah. And then that was weird. Hey, we were talking about Mincy. I reckon 3 days later, Paul has a party. Shout out, Paul.
Yeah, I was in Japan.
He came into the inbox and said, Mincy is available over these months. And we went, Has he tapped our house?
Yeah, he's heard about the kick-ons.
And by the way, Tim, I like your sheets that you've got on your bed, mate. Why'd you shut your curtains last week? I'm still on that tree. But no, he knew straight away, and it was just such a good vibe for us.
Great mix
shout out
up.
Paul's party as well. He always comes through with the goods. And we got her, and then obviously Auden, he does a lot of the really cool techno kind of stuff, but a lot of really good edits as well. And I think I can't stress enough, and I say to him a lot how underappreciated he is in the music industry. He is underrated and underappreciated.
And young.
Same thing.
Yeah, I was going to say, he's young.
22.
He's got a good career ahead of him.
Tim and I were probably listening to his tunes start of COVID when we first met.
Yeah.
We were running that Tunnels tune.
Yeah. I play that in all my Chumba sets.
Yeah,
man.
you did.
And the James, Jador.
And Inner Bloom.
So, look, another really good artist, and you can see them on YouTube if you didn't come to the show. You can watch them as well on Taste Club YouTube. They're all up the hour sets as well. So, had those two, and kind of now leading into Mark Blair coming up on the 10th, which is a Sunday day party. And then save the date, March 23rd. We've got
that's a big one.
Even our biggest artist to date.
Yeah, you'll hear about that one very soon.
Very soon. All right, what do we got coming up on the agenda for today, boys?
So we're just going to follow a similar structure to what we had at the old podcast studio. But we're going to just play with it a little bit. So the first segment we'll just have a bit of a music influence. So we're going to go with a track of the week. This is specifically going to be a SoundCloud free DL for you guys that you're accessible and we don't get fucked over by licensing, basically. Yeah. So we're going to do one each. I'm connected to the speaker in here, but we'll chop it over the top as well.
We'll put it over the top for sure.
I'll play ours. Hopefully this works.
All right, we had our first little fuck up of the day, as we always do. But first little segment we are doing. So 3 tracks that we're really and artists that we're really liking about now. Now, obviously, we do run music events. Music is definitely our life. So what's some tracks that you boys are liking at the moment? We'll start with Johnny. We'll go to you, Jake, and then we'll finish with me so I can find one.
Yeah. So I've got this track that just came out a couple of days ago by a guy from Leeds called Merker. So it looks like he's only uploaded 3 songs, and they've only just been recently downloaded.
Is that the most
yeah,
I mean,
that's a UK name.
I know sex is overrated. I'm not very good at it. I'm good at saying sorry and back tickles, but but I'm telling you right now, finding a song that has fuck all plays and fuck all followers, I reckon is the most orgasmic feeling in this world. Is that weird?
It made this song feel better.
Bro, you look at it and go one view, you're like, oh, shards.
Yeah.
And there you are. It's fucking
and
the
it rips. I'll play the...
What are you laughing at, cunt? All right, go.
All right, here we go.
Oh, I like the start. Nice drums.
Good vocal loop.
Good vocal loop. And we want the viewers at home as well to give us, let us know in our Instagram comments what you reckon about each song.
I'm giving Bush Baby vibes on this.
Yeah, it is a bit of a Bush Baby feel.
It's a whomper.
Boosh.
Yeah, so that's mine. Just to reiterate, Merker, ripped a Freestyle, free download, SoundCloud. Also got 2 others on that EP drop.
Do yourself a favour, definitely download that track. It's definitely a fucking belter set. What do you got, Jakey? Now, I know Taylor Swift has been a big influence on Australian culture at the moment, mate. Have you got a bit of T Swift?
Oh, T Swift, shout out to her. She's my girl. Went to the concert the other day. Yeah. She wrote a few songs.
Actually, that was my uncle, sorry.
She wrote a few songs about me.
He was backstage in Melbourne, I'm pretty sure.
Apparently she's been treated.
When she wearing a sheet?
He's Jewish.
Harry B.
Harry B. Now, look, I know which one you've already shown me this, Jakey. Now, shout out to Harry B, producer all the way from WA. He's played at a few taste clubs, even the Goldie now. Used to be called Silver. Used to make a heap of trap stuff, really experimental. And I think he's going in a bit of a different direction with the more melodic-y stuff.
Yep.
The guy can make literally anything, man. So shout out Harry B, mate. You're an absolute wizard.
Yeah.
You're a wizard, Harry.
Shout out to Harry B. You're a wizard, Harry.
Ready to roll.
All right, chuck it on, bro.
Why is it not playing, Johnny? Come on. Harry B. It's one of his edits. This lad, I've never seen someone chop and change with their genres. Oh shit.
Turn it down.
MssingNo, it's called. XE2. Harry B.
Free download?
No, it's on SoundCloud, but
yeah.
For the D&B?
Yeah, it's that nice cruisy D&B.
It's like a cruisy, almost liquidy D&B.
Yes.
Getting a bit of like Flume vibes from the vocal.
The vocal, the chipmunky vocal.
The vocal chops.
I love a good chippy vocal, eh?
Oh, we should shout out that new song, Jack Blom.
We will. We'll
shout out to our boy Harry B.
Yep. Sweet. So next one is my one. Now this is not inspired by Mark Blair because he doesn't play this kind of stuff, but I'm putting a set together for Taste Club. Playing before Mark, and I just wanted to go the more techno vibe, but I love the emotional stuff at the moment as well, and I feel like, it's good to have just the belters, but it's good to have a bit of an emotional feel to it as well, so.
Is that because you're feeling a bit emotional lately, Timmy? Or?
I'm going to skip forward a little. Yes.
Yeah, true.
Thanks for bringing that up, mate.
That's all right.
I love this melody, man. It's so sick.
Oh yeah, you showed me this.
So this is Circo and BLK. I know you would have heard of BLK before. Enter the Dragon, was it? This is called Parasomnia. On SoundCloud, so definitely give it a look. This is a bit of a Ziz drop, I reckon. A bit of the Muzz vibe. Hope this sounds alright on the.
Oh.
Just something different. We're very inspired by different stuff at the moment, like garage and all that stuff. So thought I'd just do something a little bit different. But yeah, so Circo and BLK Parasomnia.
Beautiful. We'll chuck some links in
epic.
the YouTube.
I could see you with some TNs on, a Nike
TNs,
hat,
shirt off, painted on six pack.
full muzzin, eh?
Shout out Damo Visage.
Yeah, shout out Damo. Give me some of those TNs. They're shaber. Sweet as. All right. So what's our next segment? Obviously, we've done the music now. We haven't got. Oh, you've got your phone here. Sweet as. What have we got here? All right, sweet. So it's March 3rd. We've got the tracks. All right, current news events. Now, Johnny, I'll just chuck you over your phone. There you go. Now, current news events that we've got going on that we normally do for our Taste Talks is we find just a random news topic whatsoever. A lot of the time we like to do music, but we found one today that was absolutely fucking wild and also was very relevant to me at the moment, isn't it, Johnny?
Yeah, I just, was coming across some things.
Obviously with the nose.
Well, I was trying to find you with like a nice antiseptic cream or something for that snogging you're running.
Now, just for the people at home, if you can't see it here, I'm just going to address the elephant in the room. I got violently burnt in Tasmania. I went down to Tassie for my old granddad Elwyn's 70th birthday. So I went down there on the weekend and I got violently burned on my nose. So if you can see an ulcer on the end of my nose, that is why.
Yeah. That is not makeup.
I'd also got a bit of the missus makeup on the end of it just to cover it up. Tell me if I'm doing a good job.
Oh, anyway, that's cracker. This story just popped up on my newsfeed actually as I was looking for cream, and it's doctors have removed 150 live bugs from a Florida man's nose. So he woke up one morning, his face, like his nose was red and swollen. And
I wonder who the fuck that was.
Yeah, lips swollen, and I went, oh shit, was Timmy in Florida, not Tassie? And then he went to the hospital, and they stuck a camera up his nose and found 150.
What kind of bugs does it say?
Larva.
Yeah, I was going to say.
Oh, larva,
yeah. So
I'm thinking big cockroaches. I'm like, how much bag does this bloke do?
Got a big nose.
So they investigated it, and it was probably from apparently washing his hands in like the river and stuff.
Bugs.
Yeah, in bugs. So and then he was picking his nose and ended up with 150 all up in his sinuses. So you have to get removed. So wash your hands with soap and water, not Moss river water.
There you go. I think the moral of the story about that is do not go to Tassie without sunscreen.
Yeah, exactly.
All right. So we'll just finish on a bit of a light note because we've got another few episodes we're going to get through today. But as we said, this will be our first kind of coming back episode. We're going to be doing these once every 2 weeks. But I'll let you take the floor, Johnny. Let's finish with a bit of a crazy story that we've kind of had over the last 6 months. Yeah, so I know the one you've got's fucking pretty wild.
Well, there's heaps, but I had to narrow it down to one. And it actually happened on my 30th birthday. So we had a nice house in the hinterland in Byron. Everyone was having a great time, and we were about to pull out the lawn bowls, wholesome as. And one person in my particular party started lobbing lemons at the party who was just sitting around a table playing cards.
Like just what behind
there's a lemon tree
behind a bush.
Yeah, there's a lemon tree 40 metres away. By the way, 40
enough.
metres.
Yeah.
And these lemons are coming in like absolute cricket balls, like hitting the wall. I'm like, it's going to smash glass. Look around, who's throwing them? Someone's hiding behind the tree.
You're about to say name.
Someone's hiding behind the tree. Anyway, they keep coming in, and I say, everyone get down. They're getting harder and harder. Anyway, Ebony to my left, one of my good friends.
I thought we won't name.
That's all right.
Oh, yeah. Yeah, fair. Shout out, Ebony.
I'm not telling who's the assaulter. Just the assaulted. True. And anyway, she stood up and said, "Oh, it's all right. He won't fucking hit me." And turned around. As she turned around, this lemon was going about 140 clicks, and got her.
Because he had one of those cricket counters that you had back in the day, so he counted the clicks of how long it was.
Yeah, we had a speedo gun there, and it clocked her straight. It could not have hit her any sweeter, right in the eye. It swelled up like a balloon.
Little disclaimer, sorry to interrupt. It wasn't deliberately trying to hit her in the face either. It was
just a random aim at the party.
Yeah.
And all of us jumped down to dodge the lemon, and she stood up like a meerkat and just
Straight in the
copped
eye.
it straight in the eye, swollen up. We assessed it, made sure she can open her eye again. Anyway, the absolute legend of the night was Ebony, because she kicked on.
She kicked on for another 2 days.
another
didn't
2
she?
days with this cricket ball.
She looked like Elephant Man, eh?
Oh, mate.
Makes my nose look not that bad.
Yeah.
But because I remember seeing the doctor's report or something, and didn't they say there was a fracture in her jaw?
Hairline fracture
or
of her eye socket.
eye socket.
Yeah,
So,
hairline fracture. So
shout out Ebony. She's a
Credit-
tough bitch.
credit to her. A week later, swelling went down and actually looked fine, but it was panic stations there for an hour, and I thought my 30th was going to be tainted, but
Not is she okay?
yeah.
I was panic stations there because I thought my 30th was going to be over, and we'd have to
but
ruin it.
She was okay. All disclaimers, she was okay.
Beautiful.
Side note on that one. Remember the assaultee? He felt so bad, he decided to go online and order a bear
Oh yeah,
that
and
said sorry.
$80 elephant who had the hands over the eyes like this.
Oh, surely
So
you get
sorry.
But
surely you
also
get a
he-
bag or something
Yeah.
instead.
He ordered it
Fucking-
from like California, and it took like a month to get there.
Oh god. Anyway.
That's about all we have from Taste Talks. Look, we're going to be, as I said, we're going to be doing these every 2 weeks. I know, a lot of people are doing podcasts and stuff at the end of the day, but a little reason why we're doing it is just, it's really good to put a face to the name of the events we do.
Yeah.
It's good to delve into how, behind the scenes of how we run events, getting guests on in the music industry or the creative industry as well, because I think it definitely puts our personalities on watch as well. When we want you guys to come on the journey with us with Taste Club, because we're growing dramatically, and it's all thanks to you guys.
Yep. Big love.
Beautiful. See you at the next one.
Beautiful.
Mark Blair, March 10th.